formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill. Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning.
Perhaps we can...
What makes it...
What makes you...
She makes a fair point.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your...
And we're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, and you cannot fill empty...
But what happens when they come back?
That's enough. Any more of this, and I'll come back when you're ready to...
Victor. What's he doing here?
Cid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Cox. These are cursed skies, or an...
We're still... Perhaps we...
I hope so.
So,
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry enough, but have left to smolder.
my thoughts... both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods. If only they could...
And if there's one thing bandits like...
What would Cid the Outlaw...
Well, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all...
That sounds like a
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible. Before presenting them with a third.
And that would be...
To pool our resources and...
When all that fear and anger can...
It appears we have... Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of...
As you wish.
Your face... Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of...
Play along.
What he means to say...
Picture it, Conrad. You're all... Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses? There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalimil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep it.
Yes, but
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud, which me far.
All right. But you needn't have gone.
Thank you.
She saw...
I didn't say it was good. Now, my scout...
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. Or...
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
The women folk have really welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
This one.
They mean to overwhelm us.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did...
Without you...
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Vic. We are... As for...
So...
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
And we're next.
I can't do it. But you can.
My lord. My lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. They've taken so many.
Akashic, but...
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress?
Oh, no.
Then we'll look for her.
We could leave. The two soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any legs.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people are but more than that. They're your sisters. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and walk.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here.
What we have left is our lives.
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's... I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive.
It was a noble act, but I thought you might still need...
Oh, like you. What we need...
The way the survivors speak of them. And perhaps they did.
Don't leave me, Paul.
You're a pikeman, yes?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family.
I'm sorry, darling.
That thing, it took off.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just...
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan?
We need to find out.
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
I needed that.
Clive, look!
I see them. With me!
Should I prime?
Save your strength. Over here!
There are always...
You have the town?
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their...
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself... it's not the most selfless of motives, I'll... No. Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this...
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. Hasn't been delivered yet, I'm afraid. Come again. I may have more for you.
Back again? How may I help you today? Here you are. I have the details here. Thus ends today's lesson.
Was wandering at ours from all our friends. How is it you always manage to arrive?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of...
Let's see. Storms took the nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on.
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Now's the time to visit the infirmary.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua!
Clive! It's Gav! There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there...
Sid.
I can sit.
It's not who, but what. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after they left, my first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, which almost certainly means they...
Perhaps of it...
I don't like... They were in the atrium when I last...
Seems the hideaway's lost its...
Blasted book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you, you remember Ivan's stew, right? So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped?
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites,
I've never been one to play favourites, so...
A fried mortress of skyworm. Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries.
Wow. That's a kindly old fella who haunts...
Fine. And if...
You do...
Welcome back, Sid. Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Clive.
Going purse weighing you down? You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much... Still alive, are you? Going purse weighing you down? Finished, are you?
What's Sangfordian, dear? That it? Fine.
What am I gonna do? But no...
Is everything all right? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means. Oh, I think Nan might be in...
It's all right.
Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but she'd never give your tongue.
Don't worry. Of course. Rutherford. Where would he be in Martha's...